Practical nonfiction or literary nonfiction? Which one should you choose? There are many kinds of books on the market, about as many as there are kinds of readers. Some readers want to cut to the chase, whereas others love to feel their way through the information. For that reason, there are different ways to approach nonfiction. What's the difference between practical and literary nonfiction? Practical nonfiction is all about the message. The only criterion for its success is your reader's understanding. Creativity, however valuable, doesn't add to the purpose of the writing. Literary nonfiction, on the other hand, is born of a love for the language itself and for the writing itself. When reading literary nonfiction, I breathe the language, and often when a surprising phrase anchors my consciousness, I feel like there are goosebumps crawling up my back. It's the kind of prose you read even when the subject doesn't interest you. The words, the anecdotes, the play of tension and release, all of it make its reading an adventure. It's about telling the story in the most artful way. Though complex words are more common in literary than practical nonfiction, literary isn't about being pompous. It's about searching for the most resonant or precise word. Each word and phrase gets scrutinized for effectiveness, rhythm, imagery, tension, color, characterization, etc., all regardless of complexity. It's about telling the story in the most artful language, which should never draw attention to itself and exist only to enhance the story. So when should you not use any literary elements? Literary nonfiction isn't always the right choice. Writing this kind of prose demands many rounds of meticulous self-editing, and thus, unless you are famous, it will empty your wallet pretty fast. Web content, for example, doesn't need to be as artistic. It needs to be effective, and therefore the paper word is typically not high. But whenever possible, being my unrelented self, I do sweat my countenance to employ literary devices in my web content, while struggling to keep myself and my family out of the poorhouse. My preference in nonfiction is to do both to strengthen my writing. In my personal work, I lean towards the literary nonfiction because I love language. That's why I became a writer. And if I cannot love the language through my work, I'd be better off in my teenage job as a garbage man. Yes, I have been a garbage man in my teenage years. So, practical and literary nonfiction both have their place. And my experience is that if we train our writing muscles to do both, the one discipline will strengthen the other. Your literary abilities will help you write more engaging content, and your practical writing will train you to keep your literature focused. I'm Niels, a Christian nonfiction editor from Israel. I can help you finish your book. Whether you are writing practical or literary nonfiction, I can edit your book for maximum impact. You'll publish stories that your readers will remember. Give me a call, book a discovery call on my website, yourbeststory.net. yourbeststory.net. God bless you.